Congratulations to WWE's Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill have had a very successful year and gained a new milestone along the way. Recently, it was revealed that Belair and Cargill had topped the tag team list of 2024 by PWI. Earlier this year, Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill continued their partnership on Friday Night SmackDown and eventually won the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. After a surprising loss to the Unholy Union, the duo regained the titles for the second time in Berlin. Recently, the annual PWI list was released, and the team of Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill topped PWI's Tag Team 100 list. The list also included teams such as FTR, Fraxium, Young Bucks, The Bloodline, and more. The two stars have truly elevated the women's tag team division after topping the list in 2024. The two haven't defended the titles in a while, and it'll be interesting to see what's next for the duo heading into 2025. Why haven't Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill defended the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship? Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill added new life to the women's tag team division when they won the titles from the Kabuki Warriors in France. The duo regained the titles for the second time against the Unholy Union in Berlin and has since been on a dominant run. However, Jade Cargill hasn't been on television for a while due to an unfortunate incident. Last month, the Storm was mysteriously attacked and taken out days before WWE Survivor Series, WarGames. While Bayley replaced her in the gimmick match, the attacker's identity hasn't yet been revealed. Meanwhile, Bianca Belair hasn't relinquished her title and is looking for Jade Cargill's attacker. It'll be interesting to see what happens to the title and the division with Cargill's absence from the Stamford-based promotion. WWE's Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill top 2024 PWI Tag Team 100. Where do the Young Bucks and FTR rank? Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill are PWI's top tag team of 2024. In its latest issue, Pro Wrestling Illustrated named their top 100 tag teams of 2024. The current WWE Women's Tag Team Champions topped the list, with NXT stars Nathan Frazer and Axiom taking the second-place spot. Are Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill still the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions? During the November 22nd episode of SmackDown, Jade Cargill was seen laid out on a car after being attacked backstage. Her tag team partner, who was in a match at that point, rushed to the back and relinquished her opportunity to become the inaugural Women's United States Champion. Following the attack, the company provided an update on Cargill, stating that the SmackDown star had suffered multiple injuries and there was no timetable for her return. Conflicting reports have emerged regarding whether or not Cargill's injury is legitimate, but as of now, the team has not relinquished the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship and are still the currently reigning champions. There are some telltale signs of a year's fast-approaching end. A cold and chilly shift in weather, the frantic rush of holiday shopping, and the release of Pro Wrestling Illustrated's top 100 lists. To close out 2024, Pro Wrestling Illustrated published their top tag teams of 2024, and in their fifth annual ranking of the global tag team wrestling scene, WWE's Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill led the rankings. In their self-described, highly anticipated, and widely debated tag team ranking list, Pro Wrestling Illustrated has acknowledged 10 teams as the best in the professional wrestling game. Belair and Cargill led this year's rankings, and for good reason. Not only did the two claim the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships multiple times, but they took home a victory at WrestleMania XL. Just behind Belair and Cargill in the standings were the WWE NXT team of Nathan Frazer and Axiom. Frazer and Axiom also became multi-time tag champions, with two decently long reigns as the NXT Tag Team Champions in the past year. NJPW's Bishamon, composed of Haruki Goto and Yoshihashi, rounded out Pro Wrestling Illustrated's top 3 tag teams. Bishamon added 2 more IWGP Tag Team Championships to their resume during 2024, having now held the titles an impressive 5 times together. The Young Bucks took 4th place in the tag team standings. Mikey Nichols and Shane Haste of NJPW's The Mighty Don't Kneel, TMDK, followed AW's Evie Peace in 5th place, while Ace Austin and Chris Bay of ABC took 6th. AJPW's Saito Brothers, consisting of Jun and Ray Saito, were awarded 7th in the overall rankings and were followed by Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, and Tonga Loa of Solo Sikoa's bloodline. Mai Saira and Suzu Suzuki of Stardom's Crazy Star boasted a 9th place ranking, and FTR rounded out the top 10 rankings. The last Pro Wrestling Illustrated list of the year has arrived. The latest edition of the magazine has its 2024 tag team rankings, aka the PWI 100. Actually, for the first 3 years of its existence, this one was known as the PWI 50, but for the past 2 has been expanded to 100 teams. In what certainly could be seen as an indication of tag wrestling's standing in the modern business, the top-ranked team are not on the cover of the issue. They are mentioned under the blurb for the whole list at the top, though. They also get a mention in the tweet promoting it. Inside, we get confirmation that the 5th PWI Tag Team ranking is headed up by a duo who won the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship twice during the evaluation period. And the fact they're in the women's division makes their victory a historic one, as no women's team had ever finished number 1 in the PWI 50 or 100. The criteria PWI selectors consider are mostly kayfabe: in-ring achievement, influence on the sport/promotion, technical ability, quality of competition, and activity. The rankings cover the period from October 1st of the previous year to September 30th of the current one, a stretch during which FTR held AEW, Ring of Honor, AAA, and New Japan's tag titles. So the case for putting them first is pretty clear. Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill topped Pro Wrestling Illustrated's Tag Team 100 list for 2024. They won the WWE Women's Tag Team titles twice during the evaluation period. They were not ranked in the 2023 edition as they only formed as a team ahead of WrestleMania XL. Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill have landed themselves in the top spot on Pro Wrestling Illustrated's PWI Top 100 Tag Teams of 2024. This makes them the first women's tag team to top the list since its inception in 2020. The last Pro Wrestling Illustrated list of the year has arrived. The latest edition of the magazine has its 2024 tag team rankings, aka the PWI 100. Actually, for the first 3 years of its existence, this one was known as the PWI 50, but for the past 2 has been expanded to 100 teams. In what certainly could be seen as an indication of tag wrestling standing in the modern business, the top-ranked team are not on the cover of the issue. They are mentioned under the blurb for the whole list at the top, though. They also get a mention in the tweet promoting it. Inside, we get confirmation that the 5th PWI Tag Team ranking is headed up by a duo who won the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship twice during the evaluation period. And the fact they're in the women's division makes their victory a historic one, as no women's team had ever finished number 1 in the PWI 50 or 100. The criteria PWI selectors consider are mostly kayfabe: in-ring achievement, influence on the sport/promotion, technical ability, quality of competition, and activity. The rank